Holy frickin' crap, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Mackcast. And on the side of me, it's trainee number one.
Was that a question, Mac?
No, that was me stating trainee number one.
Like your voice is rising, like you're at. Is that who's that? Who that is?
I'm trying to add like new special effects and stuff like that. If you didn't notice the pause, I'm trying to build suspense. Pause. The Mackcast. You know what I mean? Building suspense. You know what I'm saying?
I absolutely understand, and I think it's pretty funny. You scare me every single time you yell "holy freaking crap." No joke, every time.
So the suspense building's working.
Well, no, because people don't know at home. Like, we don't play the intro song here. We just start recording, and I hit record like 5 minutes before we start talking, and you literally just out of nowhere just yell "holy freaking crap" and scare me every single time.
Snuck up on you. I got you there.
Mac, in the house tonight, we're in the Mack Castle, the Maxel.
Yeah, the Mack Castle.
And we have none other than the original PWF Thug, right?
Yeah.
I remember that nickname. Triplicious. What's up, man?
The
OG.
What's up, fellas? I'm glad to be here with you guys, man.
Dude, we're glad to have you. Again, this is something we say it on every podcast because we take forever to do these. But we've been planning this for a while.
Yeah, we actually have.
It just worked out this weekend.
Today.
Yeah,
it's been about a couple months now.
Yeah, for real.
Every time I see you,
we're just like, hey, man, we should do a podcast. But we're going to get into all kinds of the history, where you started and all that stuff, but we're going to bang out a little Mac news first. Mac, you got any news? Oh, I wanted to mention, we didn't mention it on the last podcast, so we'll mention it again on this podcast. In like 2 weekends, we lost all tag team titles that we had.
Very upsetting news, the Mac news is. But yeah, I got a good news.
Yeah, what's that?
We won, we conquered, and we finally won the RWA Tag Team Championships.
And then lost them.
And the bad news is we lost them the next show. But
we lost the NWA.
Yeah, unfortunately we lost the NW Extreme Tag Team Championship.
So
It was a rough battle.
Jeez.
We took some time off, you know what I mean? We were gone for a while. You come back, we're a little rusty. Mac, he's still going to work on that moonsault. Getting a little two-footed with it. It's strange. I don't know.
I've yet to kill myself yet, so that's a plus,
that's
right?
a positive. It's
right,
positive.
so.
And while we did not win the match against the Minutemen, it certainly was a banger, like you said it was going to be.
Yeah, I was very happy with it.
Everybody else seemed pretty happy.
They're good. They're pretty good.
We can check it out. I'll show you after the.
absolutely.
Yeah, I have it on the laptop. And do you have any news? You got a news? Just that we lost a bunch of tag belts.
Yeah, that was bad news. That was pretty much it. But on the upside, I got the WWE Network. Loving this shit.
Yep.
Loving it. Legends House. If you guys haven't checked it out,
Did you mention that last time?
I'm plugging the Legends House. That's how much I like it. I'm plugging it on my own Maccast.
Everyone seems to love the Legend House.
Yeah, Jimmy Hart was never a fan, but officially after this last episode, I am a Jimmy Hart fan. Ducking and hiding from the loppers, cut his leg open. Great stuff. You guys check. I'll do a whole Maccast about it. So, yeah, check it out.
We're not going to do a Maccast about Jimmy Hart in the Legends House.
If I could be talking about it, it'll be a whole Maccast of that. So, Triplicious in the house. It's gonna be awesome.
We got one more. We have an actual plug.
Plug it up, baby. Plug it up.
Hold on, I gotta. Oh, you do the hoodies. I gotta pull the thing up on my iPod.
People, New Republic Printing. Check it out. They hooked us up with the official Mackcast hoodie. It's sweet quality. It's definitely Monster Mac approved. And that's it. That's the plug.
NewRepublicPrinting.com. Did you throw that in there?
Zynga. You have to have the you gotta have the website plug.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Right, Mac, where are they?
Good save, Tranny.
So, Mac, coming up next weekend, I think it's the 31st. Yes, the 31st this month. House of Bricks Pro Wrestling returns, Mac.
It's official. It's the 31st. Is it really the 31st? Because I just told the people it was.
It's official.
It's official.
It's marked on the Mac calendar. The 31st, it's going down. Who are our opponents? Is it released to the press yet? Do they know?
It's we may have heard through the grapevine that we're going to be taking on the very talented team of Everett Briggs and JB Tickle.
Okay.
Simply the best. One of them guys. They are.
Everett Briggs, simply the best Everett Briggs and JB Tickle. And I'm going to say that's going to be a challenge for us, certainly.
It'll definitely be a challenge.
Cards subject to change, I hope.
Hashtag he hopes. Also on the show. Oh, I got to give you the address and all that shit. House of Bricks returns to Dias Field, 106 Nauset Street, New Bedford, Mass. Tickets are $5, and all proceeds are to benefit the Greater New Bedford Youth Little League. And so far, the matches that are announced: Gary Gold versus Aaron Amadeus.
Yes.
he for the HOB Heavyweight Championship.
It's finally going down. I know Amadeus, he really wanted that belt.
And he did, Mac. And announced right now is Nick Steele versus Kyle Storm. But I don't think that's going to happen because I think Nick Steele's hurt.
Is he?
At the last NWW show, he was supposed to tag with Frankie Vane as the Whaling City Wrecking Crew against the Sons of Samoa. And they ended up working Vane and the ladies' man Gregory Edwards.
Oh.
Because from what I heard, he got hurt. So I don't know. I don't know if they're going to announce a replacement or...
If that is the case, our best wishes go out to Nick Steele with a quick recovery.
Yeah, get better, man.
And you're also going to see guys like All Good Anthony Green, who's banned from this podcast.
He's been banned from the Mack cast. He wanted to do a Mack cast with us. He constantly was hitting us up over the years. It took about a year, and we finally set a date official, and says, can't do it, guys. Sorry. Next time I go, okay, let's reschedule. He says. Can't get into detail about that, but we'll leave it at that.
I get into some details.
Jeez.
AG was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do it because somebody told me podcasts are stupid. So what I said to him, because he complained about his camera being broken, what I told him was that I was going to help fix his camera, but I think helping my friends fix cameras is stupid. He got a good laugh out of it. It's pretty humorous. So, yeah, AG Vito's going to be there. All Good Anthony Green is going to be there. Chris Pyro makes his return, and Lumberjack makes his debut. I like that Lumberjake. Lumberjake makes his debut. I like that Lumberjake.
Lumberjake always sporting that sweet beard. So props go out to you, dude. It's quite a beard.
Yeah, he's a good kid. I like him.
And we have permission, Mac, to give away 2 free tickets for the HOB show.
Say what?
That's right. That's the stuff that I'm working on while you're macking it with chicks.
So wait a minute.
On Facebook.
So 1 ticket for me, 1 ticket for you, right?
No. We don't have to get tickets. We're on the show. We don't need tickets to get in.
I see. So we're officially booked.
Yeah, I said that.
Well, I'm not. I'll definitely.
You want
Free ticket to you, my friend, for being on the Mac.
I don't think that's how that works. I think we have to give them away to some fans.
Oh my. Okay, then don't even tell me about these tickets.
We have to mention it on the cast, dude.
Bang! You can get free tickets on the Mac cast. Only here.
How can we do that, Mac?
I have no idea because you just told me about these tickets. So, Trainee?
All you have to do, folks, is go on Facebook and share the House of Bricks event for the May 31st event. Share it on Facebook, and you're entered into the challenge. We'll pick somebody. Bingo, bango.
Damn it.
2 free tickets.
Bingo, bango. Free tickets. I'm still using it, even though you stole it.
That's cool, dude. No worries. All right, so I think that's all the Mac news we got.
Good news.
Yeah,
Nice.
I guess it was some news, I guess. I don't know.
I feel very informed.
Yeah, me too, dude. So, Triplicious. We're going way back. Well, screw it. Before we go back, I want to talk a little bit about RWA.
Okay.
How did you get involved with the RWA?
Just hanging around, really. JT has started the training down there, and I had asked him, would it be cool if I came down and, helped out or just mainly for me to work out, really,
right, yeah,
and work with the young guys. He said, all right, he'll talk to T, and then I ended up talking to T myself, and he liked the idea. He was like, absolutely. So started working, just training here and there, and just going. I've been going religiously, for about a year now, year and a half. But I just started working for them maybe about close to like when I I started training with them about 4 months, and then I had talked to T and we worked out something about getting on the roster and started wrestling from then on.
Now, going into it, had you heard any like negative connotation about RWA?
Yeah, like everybody else.
Yeah.
But
did you get your mind changed when you showed up?
Yeah. I mean, it was exactly what I thought. I mean, it wasn't like I can't really hate on what they were doing before.
Right.
Everybody has the right to get better themselves, but I came from what they were doing
Back
you know
in the
what
day.
I mean? NCW was no different.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we worked. I mean, literally in the backyard, two little mats, little wrestling mats that they stole from the church, and bungee cords for ropes. And I mean, I couldn't hate, but when I went in and started wrestling, and I understood like what it is, how they carry themselves, it was fun. I love working there.
Yeah.
It's like
Definitely
T's
a fun place.
Yeah, T's. You guys worked there
Yeah.
a bunch of times. T's awesome, and and I believe in the young kids, man. It's all about elevating them. Like I've been here for a long time now. I feel it's my turn to help, raise some of these young kids up.
And now you're doing the New Hoods thing there with Davey Cash.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere. I started working there, and I was just wrestling, and Davey was like, "Listen, I'm going to talk to T, see if about putting you with me and whatnot." So we just went with it. T was like, well, whatever, and we've been doing it ever since. And T feels like we're getting over together. So
Working. So you guys are you guys enjoying it?
Yeah, Davey's cool. Like it's weird. Like now that we're facing Pyro and whatnot,
Right. Yeah.
It's funny because back in PWF they had turned and they were supposed to turn on me and whatever, but it didn't kind of work out because PWF ended up folding at that point. But I was looking forward to like doing an angle with them or whatnot, because we've hung around and we were friends for so long.
You've known each other for so long.
Yeah.
So we'll take it all the way back to the two mats that you guys stole from the church and the bungee cords.
Oh, all right. Well, I've always been wrestling, man. Like I've always watched wrestling.
Fan as a kid?
Yeah, big. I mean, every once in a while, like my big, my biggest wrestling moments back in the days, as a little kid is like I would sometimes we used to go to church all the time, and sometimes I would stay home on the weekends, and I would see this wrestling main event or whatnot. It was just, Vince throwing a show out there, but like it did the job. It hooked me in, so I started watching every Saturday. The superstars and the ladies.
Who was some of your favorites?
Growing up, I was Ultimate Warrior,
Warrior guy.
Hogan. Those guys definitely.
We all love Hogan. Still running wild.
I was big with the gimmicky guys like the Bushwhackers and Legion of Doom. And I was, even though they were heels, like I did like Demolition for some reason. I feel like those guys could have
different.
they look like they would kick your ass or some shit. But the Rockers too. I was big Andre. He just fascinated me. I loved Andre. Like I didn't get to see him much because he was on TV, but I was younger at that point. I wasn't really watching it. But Andre. Anytime I got to see him.
What was your first independent experience with independent wrestling?
NEWA. Watch when they were on public access.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I've always wrestled around. I've always wanted to do this shit. And,
right.
I would see them and like I used to tell my friends, be like, especially my brother, I'd be like, I'm gonna be on this someday. Like watching Gino.
Right,
everyone says
I was
about.
Say, Gino was on
everybody
there.
says watching Gino and this. It was the same thing. It was like he made it feel like this guy. Like you could definitely kick this guy's ass.
Right.
And
I think that's why Gino likes us so much, because we used to do the public access stuff and always kind of hustled our shit always. We're kind of just still sticking around. Like that's why Gino digs us.
Gino's awesome.
He is. I like Gino a lot.
Gino's awesome.
I think he's confirmed as a Gesselmania guest, Mac.
I'm very happy to hear that because I don't do the confirming. So
Anytime you guys think you're talking to him, you're probably talking to me. I do all the time. It's like Penn and Teller. He doesn't talk
The
at all.
silent one.
Yeah, he's the silent one. I'm doing everything else until we turn the camera on. Then he doesn't shut the fuck up.
I'm still trying to work that Google. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Google, dude. Yeah, Google.
The Google, giggity goo.
So, did you end up ever working in NEWA?
No,
You never got on the TV? No.
No, what happened was it was only like that was just a thought at that time.
Right, yeah,
Like
yeah.
it wasn't. I didn't feel like I was going to be a wrestler. It's something I wanted to do.
Right.
And it was funny story how I hooked up with John. JC and all that was a buddy of mine used to take my bike. Used to come to my house, knock on my door, and be like, "Oh, can I use your bike?" And he'd go for a couple hours. He'd bring it back, no questions asked.
Right. You're just like, all right, dude, sure.
It's happened for 3 weeks in
Yeah.
a row. Well, not 3 weeks in a row. Like they would have shows like every 2 or 3 weeks and whatnot.
Okay.
So I asked him one day. I said, "Jr., where are you going with my bike?" Like he was just like, "Oh, it's a funny thing." Like he's like, "I do backyard wrestling, some shit." So you know me, I'm like, I've already been. I want to do this, so I'm like,
Right, yeah.
whatever. Went
Let's
down
go,
there,
yeah.
and it showed up, and it's 2 mats with bungee cords wrapped around, and you couldn't hit the rope, so you had to pretend, And it was just a bunch of cool dudes,
From then on, did both of you guys ride your bike? To there?
No, we
Maybe
walked.
you rode on the handlebars.
No, we walked.
We
we
see a
walked.
picture of him with him sitting on the handlebars right into the show.
I don't know if you guys know like Rhode Island at all, but we used to walk from anybody that knows. We used to walk from the Heights in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, to
Yeah.
Seekonk, over by where Central Ave turns into Seekonk. On that end.
Yeah.
I would say we're talking about a 45-minute walk.
To go and then backyard wrestle.
To backyard
After
wrestle.
40, and then I'm sure the walks home must have sucked.
Sometimes we get rides, but
Yeah.
the walk home did suck in the snow.
Right.
We didn't give a. I don't know if you can swear.
Oh,
but-
say whatever you want, dude.
we didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like we wrestled in the snow, all types of bullshit. We were the epitome of backyard wrestling, but it wasn't backyard wrestling where you'd kill people with
Light tubes
lights
and
no,
barbed
it was
wire
none of
and
that.
shit,
Like
no.
John was very cool. Like
You guys are sitting there working headlock spots.
yeah, trying to.
Yeah.
I was thinking I was like, this fucking great wrestler. I was a piece of garbage. It was
Isn't
good
it? It's
stuff.
humorous to look back. Like I said it earlier today where I popped an old tape and I look back at something I was doing. I'm like, I thought I was so good and I sucked so bad.
Exactly.
And now I think I suck. Like I don't even get it.
I'm the biggest critic. Like I must look or sound like an asshole because I could have a decent match, but if it's something that just didn't work out, I'm kind of bummed about it.
Right? Yeah. Even the littlest things bug you. You're saying,
And oh, great stuff, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know, but we could have did that thing a little cleaner or whatever,
Right.
But that's the game we do,
So you show up with the kid on the bike and right away that day do you wrestle?
Oh yeah,
That day,
I wrestled
so
my buddy.
It wasn't even a question.
trial.
It was just like, come on in.
Because they were like, oh, well, John was just like, well, wrestle JR and see what you got. And I was already into the wrestling stuff. We used to
Right,
wrestle
yeah.
in the Heights. We used to wrestle. We had the playground. So you know how they had the little wavy bridge and shit?
Yeah.
We used to wrestle off that shit, have battle royals and shit, throwing motherfuckers into the sand and shit, dude. We were nuts.
So you were always trying to grapple.
Yeah, always. I was always, I could, as far as I can remember, that's all we did. Me and my brother, like, that's
Just
all we
always
did.
fought each other, yeah.
We fought each other, and he always, to this day, I've never beat him. I always had to be the one to fucking, to lay down.
Yeah.
I always had the job.
Always jobbing to your brother.
Always. I mean, I was way bigger than him because he was short and stocky. I was long. I
Yeah.
was still a big kid, but he was short and stocky, so he could pick me up and power bomb me. And then when it came time for me to power bomb him,
Couldn't.
oh no, I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
So, when did you realize, like, hey, I can do this professionally?
Well, we were doing it in the backyard as we had talked about, and John had decided that he wanted to do shows at buildings. He wanted to rent the ring at first to try to John was always thinking, like, we were down here, you know what I mean? But he was always, like, trying to get us to the next level,
step, yeah.
you know? Like, he wanted to make it legitimate. He wanted to be, like the promotions that were out at the time, UCW and, I think Primal at that point was out there. As, you know, they came along, and Yankee and SCCW and whatnot were out there doing their thing. But, you know, we started doing it at Salida Park, and then what had happened was Matt Storm and Vinny and them, they used to come to shows just like we go to, you know, somebody's shitty show.
And kind of sit around.
Yeah, and they took a liking to us, but, you know, mainly me, Kilgore, fucking Chris Venom and whatnot, and they had decided they were going to start training, and I was like, well, this is it. John had already told everybody, like, listen, you guys got to go to training because fucking we got to get better, because if we're not going to be fucking running building shows if you guys suck, you know? So, you know, they started training us, and we was doing that for, you know, a couple of years and shit. Fucking, we started off at the Coroba down at where SCW was running.
Suicide, right?
Yeah, yep. Where they were running. After we did that for like about a year, then we got had about a little 2-3 month hiatus. Then we ended up going to Plainfield down at the Loomis Barn and shit.
Yep.
You know, we were there. Actually, no, we were. Yeah, we were there. We were there for a little bit, and then they took it from there and moved it to fucking Centerdale area, fucking North Providence.
Okay, yeah,
over where RWA used to be way back in the day, but we were there before that.
Yeah.
You know, and then after that it was done. But that's the story there with Matt and Draven, really, the Damned, took us under their wings and started training us.
And so when did you start working, like, outside of NCW?
I started pretty much when Matt and Draven took over ICCW and turned it into PWF.
Yeah.
That's when I started working for them. Then from there I took connections, went out to Connecticut, CCW out there, and a couple other fucking promotions that aren't even around anymore.
Yeah.
A couple of 1 or 2 year promotions, but
I skipped over the NCW. I kind of want to go back a little bit.
Yeah.
What was some of your, like, favorite moments and stuff that you did during the shows? Because a lot of times I look back at that old stuff and you think, like, oh, the good old days.
Yeah.
We were just young and stupid and doing shit to make ourselves laugh. And
the best was just beating the hell out of fucking Richard Pacifico. Like, that's. I mean, ask John. We have multiple tapes. I mean, one that comes to mind was I was wrestling Richard.
JC, I want to have JC on the podcast. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, he has some cool stories, man. Fucking from back in the days.
I'm gonna hit him up, I think.
Yeah, I'm wrestling Richard, and I used to always beat Richard up and whatnot. He used to like get hit with chairs and shit, so we did it.
Yeah.
And, so I put Richard down. He's down on his knees. And John has this pimp stick I used to have. It was just a little cane where it had a skull and it looked cool and shit. And he asked Richard to turn around. He's like, "Hey, Richard." And he said whatever he said. Richard turned around. John hit this motherfucker like he was hitting a fastball. Pow! Richard flipped the fuck out. Like, Richard did that all the time. Every single show, or something happened, went down where Richard would fucking go ballistic and shit. But that's one of those moments there. One other moment in North Providence, man, when we were just starting out training and shit, doing shit we shouldn't have been doing. Fucking, I don't know why I decided to try to power bomb Richard Pacifico through a table. The table like fucked up. We fell. Richard landed on his head. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, those are times that I remember as shit.
Yeah, that's the stuff that you look back at. I mean, it's funny, you laugh now. I'm sure when you were doing it and it got all messed up, you were like, shit, what the hell, like pissed off or whatever.
Yeah,
but it's humorous.
It sucked.
It's humorous to look back at it now, though.
It's like, it's funny because we thought we were the shit, and we were the shits.
So, it was not Kyle and Matt, but Draven and Matt.
Yeah,
they take over ICCW. You said?
Yeah, it was a Connecticut promotion that was out there, ran by Randy J. They were cool, a bunch of cool guys, man. They were doing the same shit we were doing, running fucking shows in the Loomis Barn and shit.
Right, yeah. Just trying to get their name out there and shit. Like
Yeah. So things happened where life took over. So they gave it to Matt and Vinny, and they ended up just changing the name to PWF. They had hooked up with the PWF.
I was gonna say, did you know about that? The whole PWF deal, something like that. They kind of like an NWA thing, right? They kind of you go into the company and it's like a branch.
Yeah, like they just did it like it was something new. Like I just changed with the times.
Right? Yeah,
like,
yeah.
All I cared was like I was wrestling, you know. But a lot
you
of
weren't too involved with that shit, right?
No, I was never big with the backstage politics and shit, and the fucking let the bookers do the booking, and I just tell me what I'm going to do, and I'll get out there and do it. That's what I like to do.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It seems like too many people are too heavily involved. I don't know.
Very involved. They want to be involved. They want to be the champ, and then they want to dictate how somebody else.
Right, what the deal is.
It's like you don't even own the place. Like, you're not even a booker, like But no, I mean, whatever. Like I do what I'm told. Like that's you can't ask for better than that.
Right? Yeah.
I don't care as long as I'm getting paid. Like that's all. Like not to say that I'm going to go in there and just take a shit in the ring and get paid.
No, of course.
But I'm going to go out there. I'm going to give you a decent match. I feel that I can give good matches provided the person that's on the other side of me.
Yeah.
And that's it. But just pay.
Yeah.
I want to pay something.
Is that the biggest beef with promoters?
Yeah.
So many guys with no paydays and
yeah. I mean, it's
shitty of the promoting.
It's
shows
the way it
too.
happens, though. It's the way it happens. It's when they say
telling you're gonna get something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't blow smoke up your ass and then and then you're gonna renege on it.
Yeah. So
we'll get to that Dave Oliveira shit.
It's funny, Dave seen you and hit me up on Facebook saying that he wanted to do the podcast.
Yeah, that is confirmed.
Oh, clear his name?
I guess he wanted to promote his upcoming show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he hit me up for that. I don't know. There was just like a lot of bullshit going on. I was like, leave that alone.
Yeah, it seemed like I was gonna say no offense to Dave, but full offense to Dave. He's done some shitty things in the past.
Yeah,
like I don't know, man. Hopefully that show goes down because it'd be interesting to see. I'd like to see the tapes of the shows, and the Armory is such a big building that even if you put your heart and soul into promoting this show and you get 800 people in that building,
still looks small.
It's going to look half full.
Oh, man. That's how big it is?
Yeah, the Armory is huge, man. When ECW would run there, they'd draw like 1,500 people.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. Good luck is all I got to say.
It's for charity, so hopefully it does well.
I think he's like bringing in names, right? He's like
initially I seen Guido on the flyer, but he's off the flyer.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where Guido went. Who else was on there? Do you remember?
He had asked me.
The Rocker, one of the Rockets.
Marty Jannetty.
Oh, all right.
I think Marty's off.
Jannetty.
I think Marty's off the show too.
Oh no, Team Mack Attack's off. I know that.
Well, we're not going to be there. No.
Marty Jannetty's not going to be there. I refuse to show up.
Yeah.
He said he asked you to do it?
Yeah, he hit me up. I didn't answer him. I'm like, come on, Dave. It's not impersonal. Just the way things went down is just
shady.
Yeah.
Like I'm totally down to have Dave on the podcast, but I'm probably going to ask a bunch of questions that he doesn't want me to ask.
Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of, Trini. I thought it would be, come on, promote a show and stuff, but I know you're gonna want to know. You're gonna want the people to know what really went down on some Dave Oliveira business deals. So I don't know.
That's what a podcast's for. If you come on here, right? You're gonna answer the questions.
Answer my questions, dog.
That's it.
He's gonna try to clear his name, but I don't know if that's possible here on the Maccast.
Yeah, that might not work out well for him.
You know what though? He didn't do anything that anybody else hasn't done. So I mean, he was shitty about it, but it's, like who has? But I've been in plenty of places where it's like, hey, sorry, the gate that it wasn't exactly what we thought it was. If you want to stay, we got hamburgers for you. But
we're talking about all the extracurricular activities that Dave was up to dropping ducats at wrestlers and tight
stuff.
checks and all that stuff. And I
came in there after,
after
the
that
fact,
stuff.
That's
if
a
Dave
gig
wants
that
to clear his name about that, I'm down to have that conversation.
All right, we're gonna do it.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
Sorry, off the Dave subject.
Yeah, jeez.
We went on a little tangent there. So you start working PWF.
Yep, PWF.
Who's on that roster?
At the time we have we have me, we have Venom, we have Chris Venom, we have Tim Kilgore, Keith Murphy, Kenny Phoenix, Kenny Doan, a young fucking Fandango,
Where'd my drink go?
fucking Johnny Curtis, a bunch of main guys, Damian Houston, a bunch of these guys, man. You drank all your drink? Shit.
Apparently, I've just been drinking everyone's
A little
drink.
thirsty there,
They drink,
jeez.
it's fine. It's cool. You can grab one from the Mack fridge.
He's just sitting there looking for his juice. Dude, you drank all my
Sorry,
juice.
man. But yeah, speaking of, did you always go under the name Triplicious?
Well, I did go.
That well means no. That's what that
No.
means. Yeah, well, no.
I was doing a Triple H type thing. We were calling myself Hispanic Herberto Heredia.
Okay.
The Triple H. Nothing like the gimmick.
So
it was
not,
just the
not,
name.
not the game. I'm
No.
guessing.
Drop that real quick and wanted to do more like a pimpy type shit.
Yeah. So where did the Triplicious come from?
I came from a video game. Tell you that.
Yeah.
I used to play a lot of when WWE started doing the commentating bullshit. On the video games. I forget what it was called. No Way Out. Whatever it was.
No Mercy?
No Mercy, was it?
Well, No Mercy was on N64.
Yeah.
So that seems a little more like my drink.
I was a big Triple H fan anyway.
Yeah.
Like even his early stuff. I just heard something along the lines. It was one of the when the fans used to talk shit and whatnot.
Yeah.
They'd be like, Triple H sucks.
Yeah.
And some lady's like, Triple H is Triplicious.
And you just
I
dug
said,
it.
oh man, I said that is awesome. And it just stuck just throughout the years and shit. And I just go under that.
I was gonna say, dude, because I just call you Trips or Triplicious.
Yeah,
It's
everybody does.
Right, yeah. I'm sure that's just carried over into your life now.
Yeah, Trips.
All from a video game. Isn't that humorous, though? Like, it just goes all the way back to that.
It's funny.
So, PWF, who do you start working with there?
Me and Rui.
And do you feel like you're getting better? Like, how was the training with the Damned?
Well, early on, I fell off. It was me and Rui as a tag team. We were Rui Nation or something like that. We were real silly. We were like the Three Stooges of the thing, but it just wasn't working out. We weren't going to training, but we wanted to be wrestling and shit. So Matt had contacted me one time and was like, "Listen, like, this isn't working out. Like, he's like, I'm gonna have to take you off the next show, but." Come back to training and we'll see how it goes. And I ended up going back to training. That's when they ended up moving the training to North Providence.
Yeah.
And Rui never ended up going. Here and there, but I was like, no, I gotta. I missed that one show, but I ended up from then on. I was constantly on that show, and started doing my thing and. Started getting better and made it up to winning the title and shit like that.
So from you win the title from PWF, where do you go from there?
After I win the title,
right?
Well, I had a couple of title reigns. Like I was doing a lot of stuff with Alan.
Yeah.
We had a point where we were doing a bunch of things with not luchadors, but like. We had Alan, we had me, we had Tim Kilgore.
Kind of like a cruiserweight deal. Right?
Yeah, where a bunch of us can fly and shit. Yeah.
And,
I was always a big guy that could
You
fly.
say Alan, you mean Blade, right?
Yeah, Blade.
Just for the people that they don't know. No, it's all good. I knew what you meant. I just didn't know if they did.
Yeah, Blade at that time.
Mack looked a little confused too. He's like, Alan.
I wrestled Blade a bunch of times. I ended up being like the second champion, like the Mayhem
Right.
champion, and I was with Sean Gorman at that time. That
Okay,
was some fun times. He's fucking awesome.
Crazy
like,
guy, right?
Yeah, like we lost touch, but every time I see him like in locker rooms, it's like the old times. And
Right,
shit,
yeah, you go
like,
right back to the.
Yeah, he was awesome. Like,
That's how I feel like when I see Levesque. Anytime I see Levesque in a locker room, I'm just like, this is awesome. I feel like I'm 16.
I feel like he made the people give a fuck about me.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like, 'cause at that point, like I was all right, but
So you feel like he helped you a lot at that time?
yeah, definitely. Just talking to him about different things.
Was it
He
like
was a cool
just
dude.
at ringside, or did you guys like hang out a lot?
Nah, we didn't hang
Outside.
out. Like we didn't hang out because he was from up Boston and shit.
Right,
you know?
right.
I was always from down here, so it was mostly like in the wrestling shows and shit. But just sit down and just talk to him. And,
Right, you talk a whole show kind
yeah,
of thing.
like-
and you,
I went and talked to him, but when I got there, we were like fucking, inseparable. We were cool and shit.
I was gonna say, like, I try not to do the whole click in the locker room thing, like you click up with people,
Mhm.
but everybody tends to have, you have people you're more friendly with
Yeah,
at shows than others. You know what I mean? You have the people that you sit with, you hang out with.
That's why I mainly like the RWA is one of my favorite places to work because all them guys are really cool. Like, it's a large majority of people that are really cool.
it's about. Like I talked to T the other day, it's about like trying to have the best show possible, man. Like he has the hype shows there to try to better your craft, so you can work in front of a couple of friends, and it works up to the live shows and shit. Hopefully, at the live shows you fucking kill it. But
mad
yeah.
props to, they've been upping their production value. They got a flat screen on the wall, the
They've been doing
entrance
big things.
videos.
They've had the entrance videos for a while.
I know, but you can see the entrance videos on the wall now from the flat screen. It's dope.
You're talking about the live shows because they had the projector at the home shows because they had the projector at the live show. But yeah, I just want to plug Legacy 7 August 9th. I don't know the exact address.
Question mark 9th.
No, it's the is this the 7th? Yeah, it's the 9th.
It's the
Because
Saturday.
Jamie was trying to run on the 9th, but now he's not running on the 9th because half the guys from his show are going to be doing
Oh, they're gonna be
Legacy. Yeah.
Well, it happens.
But check it all out. RWA staff on Facebook.
I'll be there. I don't know who I'm wrestling, but I'll be there.
All that info. Us two will be there. So yeah, I'm sorry, dude. We keep going off on tangents, but it's cool,
Hey,
man. That's how this.
I got all the time in the
podcast
world,
works,
baby.
man. So you work with a lot of guys. You're saying you're working with Blade and
Yeah.
you're doing the cruiserweight stuff.
Yeah, well, I wasn't doing the cruiserweight stuff like at that time. I mean, I could work. I was working with Blade, like I said. We had some cool matches. Makazi, I used to love. Funny story about Makazi, and I'll give him a shout out. That move I do, the teabag there, the reverse pedigree, that was fucking Makazi. Yeah. We were talking downstairs one time. He's just like, dude, have you ever seen that shit? I'm like, no. I was like, I'll try it tonight. He's like, yeah, I want to see it. I'll see it if it looks cool. And I did it, and
You
fucking
done
I've been
it,
doing
yeah,
it
ever since.
ever since. Like, yeah. And he showed me how to crip walk.
Yeah.
Turned it into the trip walk.
do you? I used to do the crip walk. It's funny. I used to do it at ringside. It's humorous to see a guy in like a mask and shit doing gangsta dances.
Used to have that blue mask. Think about
I
it.
had the blue mask, so I would do the crip walk.
Yeah, it's tough. That's why I call it. No, it's a trip walk.
The trip
I don't want to
walk,
get
no
killed.
problems.
Yeah.
This was back in the day, man. I was silly back then.
No, it's fun, man. I have fun when I'm out there. Like I said, the RWA guys, like they're cool dudes, man. I consider them my
Right,
brothers,
yeah.
man. Like, I don't.
Who do you see as like shining stars in that group? To you,
Oh, the young guys.
out of everybody there. I mean,
Well, obviously JT.
right, yeah. JT's doing crazy
yeah.
things right now, man. He's
Fucking that
good for him,
kid,
man. He works hard.
Fucking glad I fucking reached out to that kid, man, and fucking did what I could to help him out.
Yeah,
Like I don't want to get
Along
wrong.
the
I
way,
didn't.
right.
Yeah, I just pushed people like, hey, this dude is nice. Like, you
Right,
gotta
right.
fucking, he's selling down. He's training. I know because I've been to a couple and he's doing all right. He just needs to be trained a little more and shit. And finally, Spencer said he brought him in and whatnot.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't.
I
That was a
heard the
long
podcast.
That was a long Spencer podcast. I at some points I'm sure
Fault.
I blacked that out. Yeah, You saying no Spence?
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he might have been involved. Like, he wasn't my contact.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I was talking to Rich Bass. Like,
Right.
anything I had to say about anything, I used to talk to Matt, my trainer, or
Rich,
or
yeah.
Rich. And sometimes Kyle, but Kyle really, he didn't. He did his thing, but he wasn't really down much. You know?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I really mainly went to my trainer or fucking Rich Bass. Rich Bass was my good buddy of mine, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
you'd
I was
go to
just
him.
pretty much in his ear, like, hey, you gotta get this dude, you know.
Yeah, JT's doing great things for himself. I think that's awesome. I want to try to have him on for a second podcast and talk to him more about, because he went the CZW tag belts, the FIP tag belts.
Yeah, dude, he's killing it out
Yeah,
there,
so
man.
I have talk with him about how life's been recently, all that good stuff.
You know,
so obviously he's one of the top guys, the RWA guy.
Yeah, I mean, plugging the RWA show and whatnot, man. I'm plugging the training, dude. You want to come down, get some good quality training, man. Like my dude is sick, man. Like you know the shit that we do down there. I mean, like we have like right now we have like intermediate, a couple of newbies but we get them to intermediate quick. Like
right,
you know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's very crash coursey. Like he teaches you the right shit. Like
Right.
don't get me wrong, we don't just put you on the fucking top, you know,
Right,
and
yeah,
doing
yeah,
hurricanranas, like, but
he moves the kids along.
yeah, I mean, you can't fix it. You can't fix it unless you know what they're doing wrong.
Right.
So they're gonna do it wrong a couple times until, you know. But we got a couple of good kids, man. I mean, we got girls that go down. Well, we have one girl that goes down there, and then Lucy Santana's girl wife there.
Yeah.
You know. She's cool. She comes down and she trains, but we have Liz that comes down Mondays, Wednesdays. That broad is fucking.
She's
you know,
putting it in.
like yeah, she puts it in. Like I'm glad fucking she comes in. Like it's funny because like there's people that go to RWA shows. She's just a camera chick and she goes to more training than some of these
guys.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And I'm putting it out there for niggas. You know, putting you on blast.
That's me and you, dude. He's talking directly to us.
She's training more than me, so I better get.
You guys got to
I'll
come
go to
down,
training.
man. You got to
I'll go
come
to training.
down, man.
Wednesdays, right? Mondays and Wednesdays?
Mondays and Wednesdays, man. I mean, we're doing fucking all types of shit.
Is Mondays like an open ring deal, or is that JT as well?
We do more. It's a little lighter on Mondays.
Yeah.
JT takes it a little easier. But we do more like lucha stuff, like just rolling around.
A lot of rolls.
Yeah,
like leaps, drops,
It's
and all
fun,
that stuff.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, you sweat and you just learn shit. This kid got fucking constantly learning. You know,
it's humorous because a lot of guys, like you talk to because I grew up a big wrestling fan, obviously, right?
yeah.
Grew up listening to like shoot interviews from our video and all that stuff. Or you hear about guys
Love
who
to shoot interviews.
me too. You hear about guys who talk about like, you know, kids these days, they go to wrestling schools and that's all they do is school, and you know, they don't learn on the road working guys that are better than them. But that's what JT Dunn is doing. He got some training and then he hit the road. And he's learning from guys who are better than him.
That's it.
And he's helping pass that knowledge along to the kids at the guys at the RWA, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, man. I mean, we got guys, man. You asked me like who I feel is like rising stars there, man. Like we got guys like Jack Connor. I mean, he's fucking good. Like, still wet behind the ears and you know stuff like that, but his shit is crisp. Like
1980s too. He's
Yeah.
like classic 80s. Like I enjoy his stuff.
I love working that kid, man. Like he's there when you need him. You know what I mean? Who else? Montero. Montero's a good kid, dude.
Yep.
I haven't wrestled him yet. I'd love to wrestle him, but Montero's really good, man. Like I like to see him with some fucking poundage and shit. You know?
Yeah.
Fucking,
Eat some cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
And shit.
Like because I know
It's
he-
crazy.
he
Because
can do
I
it,
say that
man.
now, but every time I see that dude, he's eating something.
Yeah,
I went
know.
to the buffet
Hate
with
those
him.
kind of guys.
I went to
man.
the buffet with him, and he put it down like he ate more than I did, and it's just thin as hell, man. It's crazy.
I hate those guys, man, because I can't do it. I'm a fat fuck. Like, everything I eat, I get big.
You feel it right as soon as you eat it.
If I don't work out, man, like I can't. I have to work out to maintain.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, so you do the PWF thing, and you start working other indies.
yeah, I did a couple of Connecticut shows. CCW. I worked when Paul Roma was there and shit. Like,
Right.
I met Mr. Wonderful there. That was a cool
Yeah.
experience. Snooker down there. That was cool shit. But I started wrestling up here a little bit more. Fucking in Mass. I did Yankee a little bit. I did
Yeah, I was gonna say I kind of
CCW.
remember you doing some Yankee and NCCW stuff.
Yeah,
I was always kind of around the indie scene around here, like watching stuff.
I wasn't good enough at the time. Like, I understand why Steve was like, these guys suck.
Yeah,
He wasn't good, and like I was better by myself.
were you mad at the time?
Huh?
Were you mad at the time when it happened, or?
Yeah, because it's like you don't want to be told that you suck.
Right.
No, I mean, like, we did a couple of shows, and like it was me and Rui and JC, and we wrestled Brick House in Ashworth, and that was cool, man. I mean, those guys took care of us. You know, made us look good.
Say they'll do that today too.
Yeah, you know, and like formed a bond with them then and there, and fucking. But we wrestled a couple more shows, but it was that was it. Like, they never even called us. Like, Jamie was booking at the time.
Yeah,
fucking just pretty much dissed us.
You ever give him shit about it now?
No, not really. Like, it was what I understood. You know, like
right now, yeah.
You know, I'm not. You know, I'm not that serious about myself. Where I know
you
where
don't
I
take
stood.
yourself too serious.
Exactly.
To be angry about indie wrestling shit, right?
I know I sucked. Like, I look back, I can't deny the fact that I sucked. But I was a kid growing, you know, but I stayed PWF pretty much the whole time and shit.
Right.
Like, PWF, NCW.
PWF closed for a while, right?
PWF closed for a while, then came back. It closed for a good couple of months, man. I was doing just NCW at the time.
And then was it like a merge with NECW?
Yeah, like, I was there for the merge. I was going in there as champion, but then I ended up losing the championship to Evan Six there.
Yeah.
And then going into the merge, like, that was during the merge, like, I was on my way out.
Right.
Like,
so you didn't work for NECW?
Well, I worked under the NECW banner.
Right.
For like a couple months.
Yeah.
I was doing the tag team thing with I was doing the single shit, wasn't working out. I did the tag team thing with Pat Masters and shit.
Yeah.
And we were doing all right, you know, like, they were gonna give us the titles and everything, but he stopped wrestling, moved down to Florida.
Yeah. Is that what happened to Pat Masters? To me, he just disappeared. I just stopped him.
He bounced.
Is that like retirement from wrestling? You moved down to
Yeah.
Florida?
Retired from life.
He bounced. He just left. Like, it was just like,
Didn't Michael Thorne move to Florida and retired from wrestling?
Will Thorne, yeah, that's his name. Will Thorne.
It used
Will?
to be Michaels.
Right, yeah. Will Thorne went down to Florida. He's actually up right now. I seen him. We're setting up a podcast with him before he goes back to Florida.
oh, get out of here. He's up here?
Yeah, he's up
Word.
for like a week or so. So we're gonna podcast it up with him and Kellen, do a little DUI reunion on the Mackcast.
Oh, wow.
I am down. Let's hope that happens. Let's keep in contact, people.
Hell yeah.
So you're doing the tag stuff in NCW. You weren't involved in any like the TV, NCW like TV deal stuff.
No, because I was like I said, I was
You
on
were
my
on
way
your
out. Pat left.
Yeah.
So we weren't getting the titles.
Right. Yeah. Of
You know,
course, yeah.
I was like, shit. You know, I forget who I wrestled, whatever, and I was pretty much I was getting really fat. Like,
yeah,
you know, I was with my girl and we comfortable, and you know,
just yeah.
I fell off, and I was out of wrestling. I hung up the boots.
Was there
out.
like did you have like a retirement show, like a last show, or is it just you just
I
stopped
bounced.
taking bookings? You were just like, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
I'm all done.
I
What was the
stopped
last show?
I stopped taking bookings / they stopped calling.
Right. What was? Do you remember your last show before that break? Was it something? Was it something at that show you were just like,
No,
I'm
No.
done. This is it. Or?
I think I wrestled Michael Sane.
Yeah.
He just fucking demolished me. I wasn't feeling like wrestling and shit. I was,
Right.
you know, like I wasn't feeling good, and on top of it, you know, like, shit wasn't working out. They wasn't doing nothing. Not that, you know, they wasn't doing nothing, and there wasn't nothing to do. You know,
Right.
like, all the spots were taken, and I was just taking up space. So I felt.
And
you
went
know,
home.
Went home. You know, took my ball and went home.
And how long did you get involved in like anything else though, like inside of wrestling? Did you just cut ties totally?
Yep. I didn't work for NCW. I went to Life.
Yeah.
I didn't do shit, and I did miss it. But
Right.
I didn't do shit. I just fucking worked and did what I had to do.
Oh, what about your wrestling buddies? You keep any contact with any of them?
During my wrestling hiatus.
Yeah.
Rich Bass here and there. I would hang out. I would go to his house and hang out.
Kind
but
of
that was
just
it.
chilling, doing your own
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I was pretty much working, taking care of my kids and shit. And
How long?
You know?
How long was your hiatus?
it was about almost 3 years. It was almost 2.5, 2 3/4, almost 3 years. Because what happened was, I was
That's
working.
a pretty big chunk of time, man. That's,
Yeah, I was out. I wasn't coming back.
Yeah.
I had left it, and it was fun while it lasted.
Right, yeah.
And I was just like, whatever. It is what it is. Like, I went out without a fanfare. It was just whatever. Like, everybody, has to have their fucking shit.
yeah, their last deal and all that.
But I left, and it wasn't until I was working at South Street,
right.
fucking as a bouncer and whatnot. I was working there for a long time, probably about 2.5 years. I was working there pretty much the
whole
entire
time.
I was
You were
gone.
gone.
And Rich Bass ended up started working there cooking,
Yep.
and he was still involved with PWF and whatnot. That was pretty much
You're in,
my
back
in.
in.
Yeah, and he would always he'd always talk to me like he knew I didn't want to hear it because I told him, be like, nah, Rich, don't worry, it's over, and he'd be like, come on, dude. He's like, you got to come back. You got to come back. He's just like, it's just a talent wasted. He's like, you got to come back. I'm like, it didn't listen, but it went like that for a while, a couple months and shit,
Yeah.
Like, I told Rich, I said, listen, I'll make a deal with you. I said, I won't come back. I was like, I'll work my hardest to get in shape and get down, but I said, I'm not going like this. I said, I'm not going to look
make sure
like
you're
this.
ready. I was going to ask you,
Yeah.
were you a little bit rusty your first match back?
First match back, I had lost about fucking. I made it up to like 290 something. I'm getting to the first match back. I was about 290 something. I ended up fucking working my way down to about 230 something, and then a couple months later, I was able to work my way down to 216 and shit. Fucking,
I see.
I was putting in work. Like, I wasn't really lifting, but I was like cardio
A lot
every
of cardio,
day.
cutting some weight.
Dude, I was doing 65 fucking minutes every fucking day. Like, I was killing it. Like, I would take some days off here and there, but I don't know why I can't do that now. Like, I'm trying to get back into it. I'm trying to get back into it.
You
Like,
gotta quit wrestling again.
Yeah, like I'm going to the gym, like the gym. Like JT put me on a decent little fucking workout plan, and I'm trying to follow. Like, I got a fucked up shoulder right now. I'm trying to strengthen up and shit. But
Yeah.
Getting back to the first match, I started going back to Black Hots.
Right, yeah.
I fucking found out Black Hot was fucking running training at about 5 minutes away from where I live.
Right.
Right. So I started going down there, and Rich fucking, I was telling Rich, I was like, hey, I got back into wrestling and shit, this and that. And I was like, let's take it easy or whatever. So he's just like, all right, listen, I be doing shows fucking for this dude Dave Oliveira. Come down to ACW. I'm gonna tell him fucking you're gonna get a match.
Right.
I was like,
And this
all
is
right.
Fairhaven, right?
This is Fairhaven. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Down in Fairhaven. So fucking I go down ACW. Who did I? I work Brick House.
Yeah.
Fucking, I work Brick House. Like, they were like, even from the beginning, they're like, oh, you're working Brick House. I'm like, all right, I'm pretty much in this promotion.
Yeah, this is going to be fine.
Yeah, 'cause Brick House is good, like he's gonna make me look good. So wrestled fucking Brick House. Fucking, I did a little program with him, and that's how I got into ACW. And right after that, like I would say about 2 months after that, fucking JC got me. Rich Bass got me a tryout match up in. It was up in Carver somewhere for PWF.
Yeah.
So he was just like, yo, come down. I talked to Matt. We're going to give you a match. We don't know against who right now.
Right.
So I was happy as shit. Went up there. Fucking seeing a bunch of new guys, a bunch of guys that were there, from the old
Back in
days
the day,
and shit.
yeah.
Yeah. And I get back there. I brought my girl and shit. And fucking, they're like, oh. Rich pulls me aside. He's like, hey, we're going to wrestle Gino. He's like, this is Gino's first match here. Like, we're going to put you guys, cause since you guys are pretty much tryout matches, we're going to put you guys together, see if you guys can work. I was like, oh, like I haven't seen Gino in a long ass time. Like, so I'm looking at Gino and like, so I get down there And Gino's like, "Oh, we're working together." I was like, "Dude, that's cool, man!" Like he was so cool. Like I figured Gino was gonna be like Gino and
it's
shit.
funny. I thought the same shit growing up. Like the first time I met Gino, I thought he was gonna be a dick, and he was like super nice and like cool guy. I'm like, what the hell, man? Like Gino's awesome.
Yeah, like he was.
I felt the same thing. I'm sure a lot of people felt that until you actually meet him. No, he was a good heel.
He was
apparently.
He was a cool dude, man. Like he was like, listen, he's just like, this is. It was I forget what he had said to me. He said something along the lines like, this is my first match here. I'm trying to fucking get back on the roster and shit. So I was like, hey, like I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, let's go out there and do some shit. And like I'm still waiting to see that match. If I can show you that match,
You
like,
haven't seen it?
No, dude. But dude, we fucking killed it. Like
Does
we were
he-
the first
does
match.
he have it?
PWF has it.
Ah.
But it's tough to get shit,
Yeah,
from Matt.
I can imagine.
I got to coerce Matt to fucking give me some stuff.
Yeah.
But dude, we fucking killed it. Like it was such an easy match. Like we were on first and boom, 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 boom. Like it felt good.
Yeah.
Went to the back and fucking the guys were like, dude, that was awesome. Good way to start a match.
That's a
Like,
good feeling.
like from then on, like fucking, I was just like Gino, like fuck it. Me and Gino fucking, they were like, well, we'll just have both of you guys.
Just, come on in, guys.
And then Gino ended up going more the route of managing and shit.
Right?
but
Yeah, dude. Kind
he
of.
did some stuff with
A lot
Handsome
of the
Johnny and
character
all
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. I was
The G3 network, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He was with Levesque and
I was liking that. I was
and-
liking that angle.
Sammy Lane.
Yeah.
Yes. Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy.
So you start doing what? Who's PWF? I'm trying to think of the roster at the time. There's a lot of guys, right? It's like
Once I came back,
yeah.
who was champ? Brandon Locke, I think, was champ.
Right.
We had Scott Osborne, another fucking. He was fucking good, man. I loved working him, man. He was good shit. Can't believe like he's out. Like I don't think
Yeah,
he's
he's all
wrestling
done,
anymore.
right, yeah.
He was a good kid. Handsome Johnny was there, fucking doing his handsome thing. Levesque was there. I came back. I wrestled Levesque a couple times and shit.
Yeah.
He was always cool. I like working Levesque. A little quirky at times, but like I like fucking I like Levesque. He's cool shit.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. His kicks are very, very. They hurt a lot.
Yes. But I like that style.
Me
though.
too,
Like,
me
like
too.
I'd rather you fucking hit me than whiff.
Right.
I hate
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
shit because like I don't know when you're gonna whiff. So sometimes it's like you whiff and it's like
I'd rather
I
have a
fucking
fat
sold
lip
it.
than you miss me completely.
Absolutely, I'd rather have good fucking TV, man.
Yeah.
Show that bitch in the front that you just got your fucking fronts kicked out.
Sell out to the crowd.
Yeah, some good guys, man. At that time, like, who else was there? The Hoods was there. I
Right,
had I reconnected. I was always cool
So
with
was it good
Pyro.
to bump into the Hoods again?
Yeah, because they were doing their fucking gimmick. I was following the NECW stuff, like, before I was going in.
Right.
Just I wanted to do a little homework to see who was on the shows and shit,
Yeah, yeah.
and but it was cool to reconnect. I wasn't always cool with Davey, but I was cool with not that me and Davey had problems,
Right. Right.
but I was
But you
more
already
cool
knew
with
Pyro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I had wrestled him in YPW and shit,
Yeah.
and, or Top Rope. I don't know if they were Top Rope at the time, but I had wrestled him as when he was under the mask and shit.
Yeah. I think
you
it was
know?
still Yankee then.
Yeah, so, but it was cool. Like we introduced him, we talked, and we hung out and did our thing, and
Yeah.
they're just cool cats. And from then we just formed a bond, and like we've been
Road buddies ever since.
yeah,
right?
we were cool. We're cool. Like I like them guys. Like no matter what angles we're running, and we're always the Hoods and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I know it's just them and shit, but they consider me.
An honorary Hood member.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Like we're always together. Like
Yeah.
no matter like what shows we're on and shit.
And now you are a member of the Hoods, right? You're the
Yeah,
new
we're
Hoods.
the new
It's all go first full circle.
Yeah, so see how people like it then, and I mean I like doing I don't mind doing the tag shit, but I always like
You
the
prefer being a singles
I
wrestler.
love the singles.
Yeah. What do you think? That All Eyes on You is that kind of thing?
Yeah,
like-
Well, it like sometimes in a tag team match, if you're having, I mean, you guys probably know,
Yeah.
if you're having a bad day and he's got to take over. And shit.
Right,
It's like,
right,
I did
yeah.
everything great. What about you? Where were you? You know?
Mack, do you know that feeling?
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Hey, it is what it is.
Right, yeah.
But I mean, I like it. Davey's a cool dude, and you know, and RWA is just like he likes putting fucking like he does run, you know, somewhat continuous storylines and
Right,
stuff. 'Cause
right.
me and Grassa did
Yeah.
a long thing there, and he's another kid, man. He's fucking
Grassa,
wait till he gets in some
a little bit older.
Yeah, get some notches under his belt, man. The kid is fucking. He's a beast. Man.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
he-
he's a beast. Like he gets this thing in the ring where he gets.
Yeah.
Fucking, he
Hulks
reminds
up.
me like the Hulk and shit with the
he
green
hooks
shit.
up, dude.
He'd be throwing these Saitos and shit. It's like, oh shit! You know, I don't think I was supposed to land like that.
I like Grassa, but he's
a good kid.
Yeah, we worked with him in WWE before, and they gave us the business.
Did he?
The business was done. Man.
Oh,
we
come
worked
on.
him. We worked him and JT for NWW.
Well, you know,
October or something.
he's just filling you guys out or some
No,
shit.
yeah,
or-
no. It was a good match.
Well, better way to start in NWW though was to wrestle them guys. It was good. And no, it was the Moondog. Yeah, my bad.
I
But
like NWW shows,
I don't really
man. I
count
wish
that
Jimmy would
match.
call
Yeah,
me.
That's good stuff, man. Good environment. We all hang out and the
He hit me up a
outdoors.
couple
It's great
times.
stuff.
I mean, I hit him up a couple times. Like I've talked to him and shit. I've wrestled with him before. I'm like, yo, hit me up, nigga. I'm ready to do some work, man.
And WWE shows are fun, even though we lost our tag belts there at the last show.
Hey,
It's
man,
still,
you got
still
another
a good time.
You got another day to get him back.
Right,
That's all.
right. Hopefully they give us another chance.
Yeah, well, hey.
Rematch clause, I'm pretty sure, right? Does that exist?
The rematch clause exists in NWW Extreme, but hopefully we'll find out. We'll look in the books for that one training.
Yeah, I'll check the books.
The books. Yeah.
It's
See
just
if me and David can get down there.
Yeah, I think they are. I think the Hoods will be back at NWW soon. I believe that the talks are already happening.
Hey, I can do singles too, man.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever you need, man, I can do. So I
So
try to tell all these
yeah, whatever you want me to do.
Let's do it, man. Like I'm not a shitbag. Let's get it done.
So the PWF, you come back, you work with a lot of different dudes, and PWF closes again.
This is the end here.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one that just
Yeah,
that's in effect.
Yeah, the current
Yeah,
the
that
current
sucks,
end.
man. I saw it coming though. Like, you know, like there was different things were changing and shit. So, like, you could tell, like, you know, once we lost the building there, like that
Yeah,
feel,
yeah.
like, you know, like those were diehard fans, man. Like that was
Yeah.
their place to go. Like, can't believe they kind of shit went down the way it went down, but those fucking fans were there. You
Yeah.
know, like, you know, they were loving it. Me and JT, we were killing it there, man. Like they was loving.
Right.
They were loving it. You know, the whole fucking angle and shit, fucking. But once we lost that building, I was like, eh.
What was the angle that you told you and JT were doing a deal?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We fucking did fucking like I think it's like 19 months or some shit.
Oh Jesus! So it was like
Yeah.
a long
It started out with I wasn't even supposed to get the lightning cup shit.
right.
They just put me in there, and it was me. It was me, Frankie, and Antonio. Antonio. What's his name there? Drawing a blank. BMT.
Okay.
I can't believe I lost. You know, fucking. We did a shit. That was a cool match. I actually got that one on my phone. I'll fucking show you a little bit of what we did.
Cool.
But we did that shit, and they had me go over because he told me that we're gonna have you go over. But
Yeah.
you know, eventually this is what's gonna happen. So I just kept doing my thing, and like match. I won that one, and then started doing different matches here and there involving the Lightning Cup because they was gonna lead up to that big huge fucking match. So
Right.
they ended up bumping a couple of people off, and they were like, "Yo, we're throwing you in there." And by then, I was already my fucking face status was like up here, man. Like every time
Yeah,
I
yeah.
came out, like they were fucking.
They're
killing
down.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were Rich and Matt had told me, they're like, "Listen, fucking, we're thinking about giving you the Lightning Cup." He's just like, "You're fucking over like crazy. Like, we gotta put it on you." So, bingo, bango, fucking as you would say.
Yeah.
And fucking I ended up fucking. We did a fucking 6-man ladder match, dude. Fucking for the
Lightning Cup?
the Lightning fucking Cup fucking championship.
No, what is the Lightning Cup? I'm not too familiar with it. Is it?
It was supposed to be
An actual trophy.
yeah, it's an actual. It was a trophy. It was a cup, but it was supposed to be like. I don't think it went to the full potential it was supposed to be. Like it was supposed to be more like the high flyers fucking doing this crazy shit for this covenant.
I see.
Thing, you know. But they gave it to me, and I think I felt I had good matches.
You
like,
won the ladder match?
Yeah, I ended up winning the ladder match, and those matches always involved. They were never 1-on-1. It was always 3 ways, 4 ways, 5 ways, all types of crazy shit. Yeah,
Scramble matches.
yeah. So I had a couple good matches here and there. Fucking ended up fucking wrestling a bunch of 3 ways, 4 ways. I can think right off the bat, it was me, JT, Devin Blaze. We had a fucking good match. We had a fucking really good match in Bridgewater, the college out there. Like we fucking killed that shit. We were on first, and we on fire. Fire. I think that match is. I might have that match because.
Is that the one where Blaze does a moonsault to the outside?
Yeah.
Is it the one where he messes himself up?
No, I don't
There's
think
one where he does the moonsault and hits his face on the turnbuckle.
No,
and
I don't think that.
Big John catches him.
No, John
Monroe.
He wasn't
out there.
No.
Okay.
This was Johnny JT.
Okay.
he pretty much he ended up fucking. He was hated.
Yeah,
like as much as a heel. So like he was like number 2 heel. I was like number 2 face. So we were always clashing and shit.
Yeah.
So, once we ended up doing that, then that's when it changed because it was supposed to be 3 ways, 4 ways, and all that. And then now me and fucking JT are fucking going head to head.
Yeah.
You know, but we kicked the shit out of each other fucking for 19 months and shit. We did fucking ladder matches.
All kinds of crazy
fell
stuff,
off
right?
He fucking jumped off the fucking ladder, fucking face down and shit. Ooh, it was fucking sick. He was supposed to land on me on a fucking table.
Didn't happen.
No, not at all. He set up because he didn't set it up correctly. The fucking ladder was set up different. He jumped. The way he jumped was he had the fucking ladder. He was straddling the ladder.
Yeah.
So when he jumped, he didn't go nowhere. The ladder moved. So he
kicked
went
out behind him. Yeah.
It looked like slow motion, like like the cartoons.
Right. Yeah.
That's what it looked like. Pow. But we made it work. Whatever.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah. Like if he would have turned it around and jumped like Shawn Michaels did on Razor and shit.
Right.
He jumped from
deal.
the front. He jumped.
The side.
The ladder's not going to go that way, but that's a split. Wrestling is a split decision. You guys know that shit.
Yeah. You can do that on the fly.
That's it, man. You fuck up. Everybody knows that.
So after PWF closes, like, do you think this is it for good, or is there going to be a resurgence again in a few years?
I don't think they're coming back. Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
You can never say never, right?
Yeah, right. But I don't think they're coming back. Everybody's moved on with life, and they got shit to do. Just like everybody else. And if wrestling ain't paying, then you gotta reevaluate. And no, I don't think it's definitely coming back. So yeah, I thought it. Thought it was over again. I was like, I got nowhere to work now.
Right.
So I've been doing my thing with RWA, and I'm trying to get better and hopefully fucking
get your name out there some more.
Yeah,
just start working some more shows.
Promoters know me out there. I've been around forever.
Yeah.
Just I'm gonna hit them up and hey, I can't fuck up your show. I don't feel like I'll fuck up your show. So,
right. Yeah.
Like I actually got I'm actually got some new gear coming in. So
nice.
I'll plug that out there. But fucking trying to get right and fucking like I said, man, I've been going to training fucking with Jay and like we have fucking. It's fire, man. Like,
right,
if you guys go, man. Like, I encourage that shit.
We definitely gotta check it out. I hear good things.
I know you guys work and shit. And
well, if you want to plug it, as every Wednesday, I believe.
Yeah, every Wednesday. Fucking, I believe it's.
Shop.
Yep, I believe it's 6:30. 6:30 to fucking whenever we finish. Sometimes we finish early, but other times we go nuts and fucking it's 11 o'clock, 11:30 and shit. And then Mondays is 6:30 again. It's usually to like 9.
And you can check that out at RWA's website. Insert website here, Trainee.
Just check out RWA staff on Facebook. Everybody's on Facebook. Look up.
Facebooks, right? No one's doing the .com no more.
We still do the .com, but
Speaking of .com, MonsterMac.com, you can check it out. Finally, we got it. It's .com forever, baby.
Oh, yeah? You
We
guys
own
got the
it for
web-
life, right?
yeah,
All
we've
right.
always used MonsterMac.net for years.
Yeah.
Because they wanted thousands of dollars for MonsterMac.com.
Wow.
Whoever owned it wanted an obscene amount of money, and eventually we talked him down to a reasonable price. And
Screw that. We're waiting it out. So
we waited years.
Well,
finally,
hey.
we got MonsterMac.com.
There
Check
it
it out,
is, man.
everybody.
Hey.
So we have them all now. MonsterMac.com, .net, .edu, .co, .uk.
CJB.net.
We still own CJP.net. Yeah, that's ridiculous. So if you had a piece of advice to guys breaking in, or guys who are wrestling, like some of those kids who train at RWA with JT, or some of the guys that wrestle for promotions like that, or what would your advice be to them?
I always tell them, stay humble, man. Like, mind your business. Keep your ears open. You
Yeah.
know, fucking, that's pretty much like, you never hear about me fucking out there fucking
Yeah.
having heat.
Right, with
shit
any. I was
like
gonna
that.
say you
Never, dude.
you've always seemed like a cool dude to me. You know what I mean?
Always.
Just laid back and
Of course, man. Like, you know, like there's other people, they get into locker rooms and they twist shit around.
Right,
So,
right.
You know? But I would tell them, just fucking stay humble and shit. Like, a lot of people, like, you know, their ego gets up here because they're wrestling good and they're getting all types of fucking.
Right.
It's just like, yo, just let the fucking. If they want to put a title on you, let them put a title on you.
right.
Fucking
If they
do
want you
the
to
best
lose
you
it,
can.
you lose it.
That's it, man. As long as you, the only thing you have to dictate is how you fucking look when you wrestle,
Right.
And you drop shit and you gain shit, and you know they can tell you, hey, you're wrestling a fucking this goofball, but it's like, hey, whatever,
Right.
Well, try to
Whatever you
look
need me to
good
do.
best you can. If you're that good, then do it. You know, that's how I try. I go in there, I just fucking wrestle. If it comes out fucked up, it comes out fucked up.
Yeah.
What the fuck? But I have fucking go in there and fucking I just try to have fun. If you don't have fun, then what's the point? That's how I feel.
That's probably the best way you can put it, right? When you stop having fun and you stop loving it, it's probably time to stop doing it.
Yeah, like I still have fun. Like that's why I fuck with Jay. Like, you know, he makes you like love wrestling and shit. Just
Right,
like,
yeah, he's
we
just
go
hyped
in there
so
and-
into it.
Yeah, like we go in there, we do drills and shit, and then all of a sudden, like fucking, you know, something happens where fucking next thing you know, somebody's rolling around and shit, and fucking
Yeah.
you have a fucking impromptu fucking match and shit, and you know we have fun down there. I encourage everybody to come down, man.
So
Absolutely.
I'm going to end this podcast with a question I want to know the answer to. What happened with you and the Hoods and an exploding car? What is this story?
Oh, that was a fucking hell of a night, man. That was we had no business being out there, man. We got fucking lucky.
Yes,
I feel.
lucky gentleman.
Yeah,
And
we were fucking.
The car rolled.
No, it didn't roll. Fucking motherfuckers shouldn't have been driving.
Right.
and we
Bad
shouldn't have
decisions
been,
were made
by everybody. There was fucking
by
2,
everyone involved.
5. There was 7 fucking people there, and
Yeah.
fucking every single one of those fucking decisions were wrong. You know, and we were wilding out there, fucking Worcester and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking, and just we were on our way home and shit, and fucking, you know, everyone's talking and ba 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 ba, and Pyro's fucking arguing with Davey, and Davey's fucking in the passenger seat whiling, and we're just like, fuck. And fucking next thing you know, fucking he's coming around the corner quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and fucking next thing you know, it's just like we hear a boom, 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 boom. We're on the guardrail. And
Yeah.
shit, just like
Sideways.
sliding on the fucking
Yeah.
guardrail. Fucking spots everywhere and shit, and fucking, you know, it was fucking a mess and fucking fire and shit
Yeah.
and all that bullshit. It was the cops were there. I don't know how no one went to jail.
Right. That's kind of the crazy part, right?
Yeah, we had to crash at fucking Spencer's. That was bullshit. Like, it sucked, man. That was a great night. Shitty ending.
Right. A shitty ending to a great night.
Yeah, that sucked, man. Like we were on a roll and just, man, we could have lost our lives, man. Like that
That's
was
crazy.
fucking crazy, man. Like that I don't fucking drink and drive, man. Ever.
It kind of shocks me
That's
in
it.
the entire history of pro wrestling that more guys haven't died or gotten in serious accidents
Doing crazy stuff.
doing crazy.
man.
Because I mean, like you figure that back in even the guys on the indies while out on long weekend trips and like guys go nuts.
It's crazy, man. Like, I mean, I understand that you have fun with it, man, but
Right. Some people take it to that next
yeah,
level. I feel like the drugs is cutting down a lot in wrestling.
you don't see it as
Heavy
much, man. I
like,
remember
you don't
fucking,
see pills and coke and shit like that much anymore at all.
a couple people, smoking weed here and there. I
Right,
mean,
right, but that decriminalized or legal in some states. Listen,
It is what it is.
right,
man.
yeah. If people have their own deal, they have their own deal.
I feel it's not as out there as like when I was fucking in some locker rooms. It was like,
crazy, right?
oh wow, nice.
Yeah,
Just like a little deal right in front of me. It's like,
Right.
oh, nice, and people getting paid and shit, and it's like, but it's this crazy business we love,
right.
man.
It's all just
Love
one
wrestling.
big.
I love having fun. It's all about fun. That's all it is, man. Like, I want to wrestle like everybody out here. If I could wrestle everybody, you guys, anybody,
Right.
I'm not afraid to go in there with nobody. Like, just put me in there. Like, even try out. Like, I'll try out anybody. If you don't like it, at least you can tell me. Be like, listen, this is what I didn't like.
Right.
But just give me that chance. That's all I ask.
How can people get in touch with you?
Oh, Facebook. Everybody
Facebook,
knows
yeah.
who I am, man. I got them all on. They all fucking send me invites to their goddamn show. What the fuck? Like, let me be on that
that's
show,
the
please.
invite right there, though. If you just showed up with your gear and just sat with the boys.
No, I'm not one of those dudes, man.
Just showing up randomly, like, hey,
Hey, I got my bag.
you invite me on Facebook. I'm not booked. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. No, I mean, I do try to get out to shows. I don't get out much. I mean, it's tough because
Right,
you know,
right.
life, and I got
Of
my
course.
daughter now. I got a son and a daughter now, and sometimes it's hard because the shows fucking start at 6. I can't
Right,
get
yeah.
out till like 5 or some shit. So, I mean, eventually, hopefully, we'll see what's up, and
Right.
I'm still working out, and fuck it, do it that way. and
Putting in
shit.
the work, man. That's all it's gonna
That's
be,
all
right?
it is, man. Hopefully, I get to work you guys, man. Fucking,
Talk to T. I'm down.
hey,
New
hopefully,
Hoods
man.
versus Mack Attack. We can make that happen.
Of course. I see that. I see that happen in the future. Maybe we'll throw it in the rumor mill. See
we'll
what
just
stirs.
stir it up out there.
Yeah,
Dude, thank you for coming down and doing this, man.
Absolutely,
I had a
man.
pleasure, dude.
absolutely.
It was wonderful, man. I appreciate it, especially when people come to the Mack Castle themselves, save on the gas money.
Yeah, right.
But
well, fucking trainee asked me, and I'm like, we could do it at my house, but my dog's gonna freak out for about fucking an hour, until he gets used to it. And,
well, you're always
Yeah.
welcome, dude. I had a great time, and I would like to thank you, fans, for listening and
listening in.
Yeah, there's an an extra in there. Thanks, guys. Trainee, I'm sure you want to thank him as well.
Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in to the Mattcast. We got to plug newrepublicprinting.com.
Zinger!
T-shirts, hoodies, all kinds of cool jazz. Check them out.
Get
and
it.
and I'm going to say go to the House of Brick show, share the event, win free tickets. That's pretty simple, right?
Yeah,
Free tickets. We're not messing around. And get the WWE network. I love WWE.
yeah, you got to get the network, man.
You are ridiculous, Mac.
For $10, I'll plug it. Fuck it.
Everybody's-
Get Vince some poor money. Yeah. Thanks for having me, fellas, man. This was fun, man.
We got to do it again sometime. I'm so down.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll have
man.
all the hoods in here.
Oh, that'll
Davey,
be awesome,
Pyro, and
dude.
you, dude. We'll do a big round table, and I'm so down.
Just leave your gats at home, all right?
No
Yeah.
gats, no gats. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Make sure you have a good night.